got a lot to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. We got a lot to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. So it's time to crush.
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. And on this incredible Saturday, we're getting geared up for exactly what's going on with Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo this week. But what we're going to talk about is Xbox made a mistake. And Asha Sharma is front and center owning up to that mistake. We're going to talk about that today, and we're going to round it off a little bit later at the end of this video. Let's get into what we need to get into as Xbox fans gearing up for what seems to be and what could be one of the greatest weeks in Xbox history. Now, you know and I know we don't want to see no PlayStation logos, no Nintendo logos, none of that signage at any Xbox show. But apparently Xbox hasn't gotten the message. Apparently Asha Sharma, the new CEO over at Xbox, didn't get the memo. Apparently somebody that was close to her didn't tell her that Xbox people don't care to see PlayStation or Nintendo logos at their show, at the end of trailers, at the beginning, anywhere at all. They want the same energy PlayStation has when it comes to Xbox. A game could be coming out for multiple consoles, but at the end of the day, on a PlayStation show, it's the PlayStation way, and you need to have that same energy. So this is brought to you by Fraser Gilbert over at Pure Xbox. It was a miss, and I own it. Xbox CEO hints at removing PlayStation 5 and Switch logos from future showcases, because it's not happening here. See, these showcases are already done. They already recorded them. The film and everything is already ready. So they can't go back and switch stuff up. We don't like it. And they should have known this. Yesterday, following the announcement that Fable was being delayed to February 2027, Matt Booty appeared on the official Xbox podcast and revealed some details about the upcoming Xbox Showcase 2026, including it won't feature any Project Helix news, and multi-platform logos will continue to feature as part of it. That wasn't taken lightly. Individuals understood at that point exclusivity still hasn't been locked in. It's still being talked about or whispered about or rumored about in the background. But at the end of the day, logos will be prevalent throughout this show. Buckle up, get ready, and take it. For those who haven't been keeping track, Xbox has made a habit in recent times of highlighting every platform that the game is coming out at launch, even if that includes the likes of PlayStation, Steam, and Switch. Sony and Nintendo typically don't do this at their events, choosing to instead to focus and highlight their own first-party platform. They have to start acting like a first-party publisher, a console manufacturer, developer. They need to start acting and keeping home safe first. This is where shareholders get a hold of the script and start writing stuff that they don't understand. As a console warrior, you got to understand this stuff. This is fundamental. This is 101. This is in the Bible of console warring. Thou shalt not have any logo other than thy own on thy show. That is law. And if you break the law, he who breaks the law goes back to the house of pain. He who breaks the law goes back to the house of pain. Xbox has been a little bit weak as of late, but they're shoring up strength. With the momentum going forward, Xbox is showing the best foot forward. With new CEO in place, Asha Sharma, affectionately known as the Empress, taking the reins of what Xbox is sure to become, she's assuring employees that they're building a stronger Xbox. This is brought to you by Fraser Gilbert over at Pure Xbox. We are building a stronger Xbox. Asha Sharma updates employees on the progress in 2026. The CEO says hard choices are still ahead. Now, with that being said, the hard choices probably pertains to Game Pass, game delays, and fitting the schedule in order to make sure that they don't step on any rakes. The new Xbox boss, Asha Sharma, has been extremely active in putting her stamp on the brand over the past few months. She's took over from Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer, first of his name. And based on first impressions, it seems like things are going pretty well. She apparently addressed Xbox progress in 2026 as far as an internal memo to employees last week. The Verge reported that she highlighted that the recent branding switch from Xbox to Xbox and how the price reduction for the Xbox Game Pass has led to more members and a better retention. Here's a bit of what she said. Growth of Game Pass slowed down and subscriber loss accelerated after the price and the SKU changes last year. Since our price reduction, we have seen acquisitions grow and retention improve, which is a good first step. We are building a stronger Xbox. That means making hard choices about what we build, where we invest, and what kind of company we need to be going forward. That is part of what you're starting to see in the shift from Xbox to Xbox. It reflects a decision to be deliberate in how we show up for the players who care most about this brand. And by showing up for the players who cares most about this brand, we will continue to show other brands on our show. I don't think that is actually caring about the players. I think that is actually caring about the corporate shareholders. Hopefully, they can get that one piece under control. Other than that, you're doing a pretty good job. I'm just saying. Individuals looking to get Project Helix news at the new show over at Xbox this June 8th will be sadly disappointed. Good thing Xbox came out a week ahead of time to let you know, don't look for it, don't ask for it, and don't try to find it, because there won't be any news about Project Helix. It's just going to be about the games. Matt Booty sat down with the Xbox podcast talking about all of that and more. If you got a chance to look at it, if you got a chance to see my live show on Friday, well, we talked about it, we went over it, and we definitely delved deep into the conversation. And this is brought to you by GameSpot and Eddie Munch. Xbox Showcase won't have next-gen Helix news. Why would it? This is about the games. Helix doesn't come out till next year. You build momentum at the top of the year to finish strong. We all know this. The upcoming Xbox Showcase on June 7th will not feature any announcements from the Project Helix console. Xbox Chief Content Officer Matt Booty said on the latest Xbox podcast that Microsoft also won't share much about the company's broad strategy plans for the future under the leadership of Xbox CEO Asha Sharma, affectionately known as the Empress. Instead, Xbox Game Showcase will be all about the games. We really want to focus on teams and on the games. This is not going to be a place where we talk about strategy broadly. There are certainly some strategic things out there and some things we want to bring clarity to, but the focus here is on the games, he said. For the long term, we want to make right decisions, not fast decisions. There won't be any Helix news. Helix will not be in the showcase. We want to get everything right about that. And I think that is the proper way to do things. If you want to read more about this article, I want you to go over to GameSpot and check out the article so you can give Eddie Munch his views. But again, Xbox is holding all the Helix news for later this year and early next year. Xbox themselves is set up this week to have a great week. If you've been following anything over at Xbox, you understand that the brand has made many changes. And since last June, the last showcase, we got a chance to see Xbox transform and going into many different directions, from price hikes to Game Pass to price reductions to price hikes in consoles to game delays, game exclusions, game reductions, and game inclusions. We have seen it all. But we also seen a new boss in town with a new direction and reduction in Game Pass prices, retention, Call of Duty leaving Game Pass. It has been a lot of structurally changing when it comes to Xbox. But I can say, as a brand lover, the lover of the brand of Xbox, I believe that they're on the right path. I honestly believe that this time they might get things right. Now, do we know how much consoles will cost by next year? Absolutely not. With the Steam machine costing $300 more, well, the Steam Deck costing $300 more, the Steam machine might be priced out of reach for gamers. Where does that leave Xbox? Xbox is the next big console coming out. That's the Project Helix. We will find out more about that later. But what games are you looking forward to? What games do you think is going to be at this showcase? Is this showcase going to actually give you more of what you're looking for, or is it going to give you more of the same? Is it going to double down on what we know about, or is it going to expound on what we don't know about? The future holds a lot, and it could hold absolutely nothing. Only time will tell until after the show, and then we'll let you know. But this is Xbox Frontline News with your boy, The King. I hope you enjoyed everything that you see here. This video was dropped for members at least 20 hours earlier before everyone got a chance to get the video. I salute you, soldier. Thank you so much for being a member, and thank you for being a sub. You guys help push the channel. But I want you to do what I'm about to do. I want you to go where game is game and winners win. And I want you to try to play the Game Pass.
If you stay in environments where people don't recognize the value of you, you will shrink your gift to the size of what they can stand. And that's what causes anxiety and depression and stress, because you have had to shrink into a form where people can tolerate you. I refuse to be small because you think small. I'm not shrinking my vision because you can't catch up. You either better roll with me or you gonna get rolled over.